It's 3 a.m. You're exhausted, but your brain won't stop attacking you. And the worst part, you have no idea why.
Your brain is supposed to be on your side. That's the deal, right? You go through your day, you handle your stuff, you deal with people, problems, decisions, and your brain is there with you the whole time. But then night comes. The lights go off. The room goes quiet. And the same brain that got you through your entire day turns on you. 3 a.m. hits, and suddenly you're replaying a conversation from 3 years ago. You're catastrophizing about something that might not even happen. You're questioning decisions you already made. You're feeling guilty about things you can't change. And you're lying there thinking, why is my own brain doing this to me? Here's the thing. It's not random. It's not weakness, and it's definitely not you being broken. Your brain is attacking you at 3 a.m. for a very specific reason. And once you understand why, everything changes. Stay with me.
Let's start with something your brain does every single day that you never notice. All day long, your brain is in what neuroscientists call task-positive mode. It's focused outward, solving problems, making decisions, processing the world around you. And while it's doing all of that, it's also collecting. Every conversation that felt slightly off, every moment where something didn't fully resolve, every interaction where you weren't sure what someone meant, every decision you made but weren't completely sure about. Your brain files all of it away. It doesn't have time to process it during the day. Too much happening, too much noise, too many things pulling your attention outward. So it waits. And when do you finally go quiet? When do the distractions disappear? When is there nothing left pulling your attention away from what's been sitting inside you all day? 3 a.m. That's when your brain cashes in everything it collected. And it doesn't ask permission. It just starts.
Now, here's where the attack part comes in. When your brain switches into this nighttime processing mode, it doesn't process everything equally. It has a priority system, and the number one priority, the thing that always goes to the front of the line, is threat. Anything uncertain, anything unresolved, anything where the outcome isn't clear. Your brain flags all of it as a potential threat, and it brings every single one of those flags to you at 3 a.m. in the dark when you have nowhere to go and nothing to distract you. This goes back to your ancestors. Thousands of years ago, nighttime was genuinely dangerous. Being alone in the dark meant vulnerability. Missing a threat meant death. So your brain evolved to use the quiet of night to run a full threat analysis. Every possible danger, every possible worst case, every possible thing that could go wrong. It wasn't an attack back then, it was survival. The problem is, your brain is still running that same ancient program, even in today's modern world. And it cannot tell the difference between a predator in the dark and an unanswered text message. It processes both the same way. That thing your boss said that you're not sure how to read? Threat. That conversation with your partner that didn't quite resolve? Threat. That decision you need to make next week? Threat. All of it hits at once. All of it feels urgent. All of it feels real.
But it gets worse. Because here's what's actually happening inside your brain at 3 a.m. that makes all of this so much more intense. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational, logical, perspective-giving part of your brain, is running on almost nothing. During the day, it's fully online. It's the part that says, okay, this is stressful, but it's manageable. The part that keeps things in perspective. The part that pushes back when your emotions start to spiral. But at 3 a.m., in that half-awake, half-asleep state, your prefrontal cortex goes quiet, which means you have full access to the part of your brain that detects threats and catastrophizes, and almost no access to the part that regulates it. You're spiraling with no brakes. That relationship problem that during the day you'd think, yeah, it's complicated, but we'll work through it. At 3 a.m. becomes, this is falling apart, and I don't know how to fix it, and what if it's already too late?
That thing at work that during the day you'd think, it's stressful, but I'll handle it. At 3 a.m. becomes, I'm gonna fail at this, and everyone is gonna see it, and I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Same situation, same life, same you. Completely different brain state, completely different experience.
And then comes the most painful part of all. The part that I think most people feel, but almost nobody talks about out loud. When 3 a.m. stops going forward into fears about the future and starts going backward into the past. Your brain starts pulling up old memories, old mistakes, old versions of yourself you're not proud of, things you said that you can't take back, things you didn't say when you should have, ways you let people down, ways you let yourself down. And it doesn't just show you the memory, it makes you feel it, like it happened yesterday, like the wound is fresh, like you're right back in that moment. And then, with your rational brain offline, with no perspective available, alone in the dark at 3 a.m., your brain asks you a question. What if you're actually the problem? And at 3 a.m., that question doesn't land like a question. It lands like a verdict. And that, right there, is the attack. That's the moment your own brain becomes your worst enemy. Not because it hates you, but because it's running a program that was never designed for the world you're actually living in. So, what do you do? Because I'm not here to just explain the wound. I'm here to actually help you with it. First thing, stop fighting the thoughts. I know that sounds completely wrong, but here's why it matters. When you lie there saying, stop, why am I thinking about this? I need to sleep. You are telling your brain that these thoughts are important. Keep processing. Keep going. Your resistance makes it louder. Instead, acknowledge it. Say to yourself, my brain is doing its threat processing thing. It's running its old program. This is not an emergency. This does not require a solution right now. That shift from fighting to acknowledging activates just enough of your prefrontal cortex to take the edge off the spiral. Not completely, but enough. Second, regulate through your body, not your mind.
At 3 a.m., you can't think your way out of this. Your rational brain doesn't have enough power for that. But your body is always available. Slow your breathing down. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. 4 counts in. Hold for 4. 6 counts out. Do that 3 times. What you're doing is activating your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in signal that says, we are safe. The threat response can stand down. Your brain listens to your body. And when your body says safe, your brain starts to believe it. Third, write it down. Keep something by your bed, a notebook, your phone, anything. When your brain won't stop cycling through something, write it down. Your brain keeps looping because it's afraid the thought will disappear. It thinks if it stops thinking about it, it loses it. When you write it down, you're telling your brain it's recorded, it's safe. You can let go now. Most of the time, that's genuinely enough to quiet it.
Here's the last thing I want to leave you with. Your brain is not attacking you because something is wrong with you. It's attacking you because of how much it's trying to take care of you. In its own exhausting, overwhelming, sometimes devastating way, it is working for you. It's trying to protect you from every possible threat. It's trying to prepare you for every possible outcome. It just doesn't know when enough is enough. And the most powerful thing you can learn about yourself, about your mind, is how to work with your brain instead of against it. How to hear it when it's trying to tell you something real, and how to calm it when it's just running an old program that doesn't apply anymore. Because you are not your 3 a.m. thoughts. You are the person who wakes up the next morning and keeps going anyway. And that, no matter what your brain tells you in the dark, is someone worth fighting for. If this hits something real for you, share it with someone who's up at 3 a.m. right now wondering why they can't turn their brain off. And if you want to go even deeper on how your brain actually works against you, the next video is already there waiting for you.
I'll see you in it.